and welcome back to a personal code of conduct. My name is Dio and I'm back. We're still continuing with the whole trying to build a course. I'm trying to look for an accountability partner. I found myself as a human being that sees themselves like doing a lot of like fantasizing about like what the future will bring and not doing anything. So the goal of like not next year for the rest of my life is routine and structure. I'm looking for an accountability partner. I'm going to ask a couple of people. I hope they agree. I haven't met the first person yet, but like meet the first person. If they agree, I don't think I'll meet the other person because the first person like meets my criteria of like similar points in my life, maybe most likely similar goals and whatever. But like the thing is, I'm a tier 2 friend, and I think the only person I'm a tier 1 friend for is going to be too busy every day for this to work, and our schedules don't match, and I just don't see it being feasible with like my tier 1 friend. But I'll try as much as possible, since I'm a tier 2 friend and I don't have like many tier 1. I have one tier 1 friend I think. Then I don't have many. Then I don't have many tier 2 friends, but that's the word. Like I don't know. This is just a random stuff. Let's go back to the course development. So I let it out already that it was a Power BI course. I'm going to start with see me all the M's and Oh yeah, congratulations to me. I did very well. No, I remember having this conversation about starting that my program and stuff. It has concluded. I did very well, and now like after like all my fears of not doing well, I have done well, and I was celebrated as one of the best. Now my fear is that, oh my god, I've been given so much hype. Am I going to live up to that expectation? I'm always looking for new things to be worried about, and that doesn't make any sense. But like, it has been good. The whole progress has been good. I see myself skill maxing next year. Let me use the words maxing. I see myself skill maxing next year. I see myself looks maxing next year. Not even next year, like for the rest of my life. I see myself getting a routine going, and I see myself getting back in. I'm in shape. I didn't gain weight. That's why I kept on being terrified throughout this holiday period that I like blew up. But like looks maxing, skill maxing. I don't think I ever want to learn how to do like makeup. Looks maxing, skill maxing, health maxing. That's number one thing, because I have to make sure I'm eating healthier, eating like good quality food, eating way more vegetables than I should, drinking more water. I think that's the main thing. I don't drink enough water. But that's your point. So let's go back to the course development. So I decided to get like data sets, and I'm sticking to like the financial sphere because that's what I'm mostly like aware of. That's what I'm mostly aware of. I'm trying to get a data set, and I'll create a visual like random situation. So I'm just going to give myself challenges of what I need to do. Maybe I look at different like Power BI MPRs and that kind of stuff. Then decide the kind of information I need to present with that data. Look at the top data. I'll get as many tables as I need, and decide how I'm going to do structures and how I'm going to do like management and what the table headers mean and all those kind of things. Then I get the data sets to like the next level, and I want to like have a proper structure of how I handle like tables and structures and relationships. Like as much as possible, I would prefer if so many things were in like a singular table. I don't know, it just makes more sense to me if I do as much as I can in a singular table. Everything's related to each other at the center or that kind of thing. But it's going to be fine. Like I'll look for financial data sets, create a nice like I don't even know if a nice like I want to complete it during this period where I'm allowed to work from home. I want to be able to create like a nice visual, a nice look, then like nice visual, nice points, then redo it like from the beginning. Like I'll complete it like naked, completing the program, completing everything. Like see me putting out my ideas on the internet and somebody's going to do that, but it's not going to be me. I just want to make sure that I can complete a project from end to end on my own. I want to make sure that my life is structured, like all the things I've been said, like these habit trackers I've been saying I want to do. Like I'm an alarm needing person. I want to make sure my existence is structured, like lifetime table style structure, like Excel sheets, alarm structure, like that kind of structured. like I need like structured timetables and everything and systems in place and deciding when something is entertainment. And I'm not going to give up drawing because there's so many fucking cool things I want to draw. But I have to accept that this is not going to be a 6-month process. This is going to be a decade-long process, and that is okay. That has to be fine. Like, and I have to accept that. Like, it's about the system, it's about the structure, it's about the marking, the process, and ensuring that I become the kind of person that does this thing. I know it's still the atomic habits kind of thing, but it's important to become the kind of person that does this kind of things rather than I want to do these things. I want to be an individual that does this thing because this is my normal state. This is what I do, and this is like how I structure. I try to download like different like financial data sets. There's one I ended up like really, really liking, and like not for economics, like focusing on like financial like companies and deciding how I'm going to structure it, how I'm going to decide like this is how this is going to look. Like finish a project, then go back, redo that project, but in a screen recorded manner, in a manner that I'm able to give definitions, give explanation, put in PowerPoints and everything. Like make like concrete, sensible videos and structures that make like good ideas, good sense. And I want to improve. Okay, I know it's funny. I think I'm going to go back. Like the goal is for me to finish the projects by the end of this week. So that's Monday to Friday. I'm not going to carry this thing into the new year. I'm not even going to say mark my words because I wasted the entire week. Even though I had a plan, I still wasted the entire week. Not that I wasted it. I was in a position where I needed to be there for somebody, and I went there, even though it wasn't much help, and it allowed me to look inwards and realize my own selfishness. But like structure. I'm not going to let this project carry over to like the next week. Like this is the time I have free time. Let me complete like one section of it, at least like in like 3 days to complete a section of this. Like I have complete data and decide how I'm going to do this, decide I'm going to explain it like within 3 days, then 2 days to record. I'm giving myself irresponsible timelines. Irresponsible timelines, wow, very irresponsible timelines. But I want like the screen recording, the first step to be done, then the screen recordings to be like I'll do the project again, then do a screen recording, then do a voiceover of that, then do the editing the next week. I'm going to look for like next week, that's the first week of January, is going to be a period where I have to complete the editing. Then I will start like putting things to post and stuff and giving advice. Like I think I'm in a place like where I'm financially stable. I want to be responsible with like money. Like I want to make sure that I have like investments and saving accounts and business structures. Like I'm an adult now. Like I feel like a real adult now, and I want to give value to my employer without destroying my own health. This is something that's very important to me. Like I don't want to career marks while being a fucking idiot. The reason I'm using a lot of marks is like I went through like a shit turn like rabbit hole of just laughing at like some fucking like the ideals made sense, but like the problem with a lot of like these pill type ideals or any, I'm not mentioning it because if I go and attract praises to my channel, but the problem with any kind of ideal or any kind of somebody that is suffering and like looks at a truth in quotes of the world, it's not that, because what they are saying is 100% true, but it's a question of, are you going to build your self-esteem around that? Like yes, like you accept this as facts, but just like how am I going to live my best life within these parameters? That's why I feel like I believe in marks everything without just saying that you're coping. Like yeah, sure, it's cope, but yeah, it's just a fact. These people are at this point. And the key thing about like all the, like any ideology, any cell group, marks groups, pill group or whatever, I'm not going into that round. I'm seriously not, if I'm gonna get into trouble and attract questionable people, is that they don't see the object of their desire as human, whether it's like regardless of gender, even regardless of sexuality, they don't see the object of their desire as human. The delusion that you are the one that can see the truth, you are the one. The thing is, if you want somebody of the opposite gender, like improve yourself, don't let me go into that. It's like do what you feel you need to do to cope, then you will find a fellow coper and look smart. Like I don't know, it's none of my business. Fuck. Somebody warned me not to go to this rabbit hole and I'm going there. I'm not going there. Okay, enough. But I want to find systems like create systems for the rest of my life where I can max every outlook. I think the main reason, and I'm not even going to lie, I'm trying to cope because have a very nihilistic outlook on life. I'm see, this is like the maxing out everything, the health maxing, career maxing, because objectively I think everything is going to be fine, objectively, but for some reason I just think like, not the way how tidal waves of existence just ruin everything for all of humanity. I just think it's going to be happen and I'll be caught in it. But I feel like this is the best time to be human in all of human history. Unfortunately, as a fucking West African, it's unfortunate that this kind of situation is the best situation to be born as a freaking human being. But like, I'm trying to cope, Max, because I don't have the balls to like end. And I don't want to, like, as much as I feel like terrified for the future, I know with pure certainty that I want to be alive, at least for now. But I'm sure that I want to be alive. I want to be happy. I want to experience this. What I want to experience, I don't know. I don't know whether it's coping. I don't know whether it's dramatic. But like, I feel like I need to max out every start, like that, like every possible start, max them out, and like healthily, like health marks. I think everything relating to my body is going to be health marks rather than like looks marks, because I don't even see myself like I don't see myself like putting in the amount of effort that won't have like long-term benefits and just like benefits in the moment. So I want to have, like, I know I've said it again, I want to have systems in place, and I'm looking for like what's the word? I'm looking for an accountability partner. Like, I want to improve somebody, and if like whoever I'm asking this one time refuse, I will try as much as possible to ask my tier one friend. I'm still going to ask her like tomorrow if she has time, because I want the best for both of us. I want the best for all of us. I want the best for all, like, the people I really know and people I don't know. I want like stability. I want to make a larger impact. I want the people. I don't want suffering from myself. I don't want suffering from the people around me. I want stability, and that is something I have mentioned several times. What I desire most in this world is stability and good health. Like, people need to know that you do this, you do that, and this is the minimum you can expect in life. And there is a limit to how low you can fall. There'll be like a societal net to catch you that'll push you back to the minimum you can. Like, so far you put this expected amount of effort, this minimal amount of effort that is not going to fucking kill you. You can get more than just a little more, and like that. Like, that's the kind of society I want to build. I want to contribute to build. Like, that's the kind of world I want to contribute to build. That people should know that if you obey certain limits, you expect certain rewards, and people shouldn't make it difficult to do that. Like, governments and society shouldn't make it difficult. It shouldn't cause sleepless nights to reach a minimum standard of living that has been set by, like, I don't know, the world. I don't know, but it shouldn't take you that much effort. Like, you don't have to, like, I don't know. I think maybe my ambition is to create a society where you won't be punished for being unambitious. Like, not necessarily unambitious. Like, you won't be punished for going just randomly flowing through the waters of time. That's like my ambition, so to speak, like to create that kind of society where somebody won't be punished for being boring or for like not knowing things. Like, exposure would come, like people falling into a job and saying, because the thing is, I'm in a third world country. I ordinarily, if my country was a first world country, and I'd be like, oh, I'd fallen into a job and like discipline my progression and my career, is like, it's fantastic that way. But like, knowing that there is more, that there are wealthier countries, there are wealthier situations, that there are better currencies, it makes me want to, because I'm in a fantastic sport, a sport that I am very proud of and I think it's a very good situation to be in. But I know that, like, if I want more, I don't know if I want more for life, but I know that I need to career marks, I need to everything marks, I need to currency marks, which is like the goal for like having systems in place to do that, the goal for having like starting a course and whatever. So I'm going to focus now, back to the course thing. I'm focusing on like more project style learning to ensure that, like, and that's the one thing I like the idea of order and structure and stability, but I'm a very jittery all over the place. And this is something is I still want to be that jittery all over the place person. I still want to run. Still want to move. I want to burn out a shit ton of energy because sitting there in the office makes I want to scream and run and run and run in the fucking hours. Like every Saturday, I this is something I'm going to promise myself. Like every Saturday, that is going to Unilag to run and just run the shit out of everything. I fucking run, and it's going to be amazing, and it's going to be fucking cool, and I'm going to love it, and it's going to be awesome. And I tell myself that everything will be fine, everything will be fantastic, everything. I don't know. Everything has to be. The future is like a lot. Project-based learning. I think I want to teach like project-based learning method. I want to get my skills in order. I want to build small projects, large projects, like do research, ensure that whatever task is given, I can look at it, analyze it, go beyond, go above, be able to give like intelligent answers and solutions. And I want to be more eloquent. That's another thing I know I want to achieve, and I'm going to bring up with another person and having eloquent, fluent or persuasive in speaking or writing. I need to be more eloquent to be able to present my thoughts, my emotions, my ideas, and improving the way I speak, the way I sound, the way I think. Being able to know that I can pass my opinion out, because to be honest, I do enjoy when people agree with me, and I take time and effort to think about like my opinions about things. That's a lot of people think that because I talk so fast, I don't like think. I think I have spent days thinking about it prior to this. Like it is not a situation. I don't go into a conversation blind. I make sure I formulated opinions about something, and I'm making sure that I'm good enough, I'm strong enough to say that I don't fucking know, like, guy, I don't know the answer, and that's fine. Like, not knowing is not a problem, but making sure, like, because I have like a lot of my thoughts and opinions like about a lot of things prepared days in advance, so like I already have it filed in my mind as okay, this is my principle, this is how I'm operating. I don't see me talking like I already have it filed in my mind, like, oh my god, is this one of the things I wanted to achieve, hence the personal code of conduct. And I'm just like, yes, it is the opportunity. This is just like a ramble, end of the year stuff. I'm so excited to speak to this person and like hopefully get them to agree with me, and if they don't agree with me, I'll try with my friend tomorrow. I'm still going to speak to her because I want the best for her. I want her to do fantastically well. Like, how the fuck are we going to go on a world tour if this is, I don't know, whatever. Then how to be more eloquent in English, more eloquent in Yoruba. I don't know. I need to improve my Yoruba language. I need to make sure that I have like thoughts and like there's one thing I wanted, like there has to be a way of thoughts, like a way to arrange your mind and a way to practice that thought to ensure that you have everything in order. You have like languages, messages, things you want to understand, how you want to present yourself, how you want to like know the answer. March through Nashville. Look at me reading a website. Like have answers and making sure that people decide that this is what they want to achieve. This is how they achieve it, and going through the structures, like, and explaining. And that's the reason why I like. Oh god, it's going to be fucking awesome. Like the way I explain things will be awesome. Why am I doing this? Like I want to finish the project and think about how I would teach somebody. This is what we achieve. This is what I was going to achieve. I'm going to like find a fake client who wants to create like client things. Use a gallery to decide what kind of information will be in the dashboard. Okay. Let me pour out my secret to the world on how I'm going to teach this thing. First, the plan is simple. Get the data. I've already like I've been eyeing data. I'm going to have to research what do people do with this kind of data, like mostly banking information, like what can I get, what is the visual, what is the slicers, what are the interactions like. And I'm going to try and like show different things, like how do you want to present. Do you want it to be more slicer-esque, no interactions, like different kinds of pages, paginated reports, doing like published dashboards and everything is going to be fantastic. I need like and I found out that, and I think it's an expense that I should try to make to be serious, like to prove that I'm serious. get like a domain name and an official email and be fantastic. Like just get one user, a domain name, and decide that okay, this is what I'm going to like do. Create a Power BI account with that, use that to teach, use that to expose, do a screen recording, that kind of thing, and getting everybody to understand, doing presentation, doing video recording, making sure I'm editing the video properly, ensuring that everybody understands how they're going to say, like, this is going to be the mic I use, but and I'm so glad I got this mic. Decisions to buy things and making sure that I'm as comfortable as possible, and me and my tiny little shoebox apartment, but like I can afford it, and I know that I'm not going to ask Momsy for any money, and everything will be fantastic. So let me go back to the course. This is just like a rambly episode of like me being kind of like doubtful but happy. Yeah. So I said like the project starts like this. I get the data. I look at everything data. Do more research based on what do people want to see in dashboards with this kind of data. Then create a dashboard, create a look, create visuals, make sure. And one thing I really want to focus on is using the Microsoft like learning paths. I'm making sure I'm very exhaustive in my use of DAX, and people understand why I make certain choices, and people decide how they want to use this. I'm not necessarily the best teacher, but like I want to make sure I teach in a manner that I'm proud of, and give explanations and decide how things will look and all that other stuff. So it'll be fine. It will be fine. Usability and paginated reports. So that'll be fine. And I think I like the idea of like trickery and using backgrounds to pretend as if you're moving things and moving that thing and letting things like look a certain way. Like giving the illusion of page changes. I love that look. That's just fantastic. I love that idea, that look, that emotion, just giving that illusion with page changes. Like different pages rather than like layering on the same page or having visuals that change and other things. That's fantastic. So that'll be fine. It has been a personal code of conduct. That has been rambling. That has me happy. I'm going to look for like random jazz like background to put there. And I'm going to work. I don't know. It's like this is not like new year, new me, because this is me, but this is me that wants to keep things like to the end. It has been a personal code of conduct. Thank you.